Welcome to Sailing Wind Rover. Today we're going to tour our boat since so many of our family and friends live so far away. We'll take a look inside and out and show you where we've been spending so much of our time and efforts in the last year and a half. Last year, instead of going to Fiji like we had planned for our 25th anniversary, because of COVID, we bought a sailboat instead and spent 15 months, mostly weekends and holidays, refitting this 36.5-foot classic sailboat. We were gearing up for an early retirement and we're on a budget. So after looking for about 8 months, we viewed and saw potential in this Pearson 365. Wind Rover is a 1976 Bill Shaw design. She's ketch rigged, so she has a main mast and a mizzen mast. She draws 4.5 feet. That's as deep as we can go before we get stuck in the mud. And she has a fin keel with a skegged rudder, so a good solid design that's not going to break any speed records, but the rudder is nice and protected. And she's a 40 horsepower Westerbeek diesel engine. This boat needed a lot of work, like a lot. It had really good bones, but hadn't really been cared for in recent years. But we had a lot of time on our hands, and it was a good isolation project. And it was a lot of fun. Like most boat owners, we put a lot of hard work and energy into our boat, from the top to the bottom. By the way, if you hear any noise in the background, we're anchored near a naval base in Pensacola, and you can often hear the blue angels flying over. We did a haul out in September, and we did a bottom job and replaced the through hulls. And Richard's even gotten underneath the boat in his snorkel and mask. Not a lot of sails came with our boat, so we purchased new sails.
Brand new. Hold on. Okay, yeah.
Here she goes.
Yes, sir. Whichever way we put the sail, that's where the wind comes from. I'm gonna have trouble here in a minute. Hopefully that keeps every time I reach the sail, the wind blows. Okay, we got another bat. Don't go too fast. Well,
We purchased a new mainsail and a new mizzen. The Genoa was okay. We had to do some repairs ourselves with our industrial sewing machine. We also sewed new sail packs for the main and the mizzen, you can see here. And we've tackled jobs from stem to stern. We bought a new 45-pound Delta anchor. We carried on the Rover tradition and put the new name on the stern. We also tackled the massive job of prepping, climbing, and painting the deck. It was a job that was hanging over our heads for a long time. Because it involved so much, we had to remove the stanchions, fiberglass, we had to rebed some of the windows. So yeah, but we're really happy with how it turned out. It really made a big difference in the outside of the boat. We've attempted a lot of other jobs to help make our boat look nice and more comfortable to live on. We refinished the teak, installed new speakers. We did a lot of sewing projects as well. We replaced the windows, the vinyl windows in our Dodger, and sewed a lot of other things. Winch covers, fender covers, barbecue cover, and also the cockpit cushions in our cockpit. And that made a big difference in that area. Richard's done a ton more technical projects with the engine, the wiring, solar panels, and battery banks, but that could be a whole other video or two. These are pictures from the original ad that was posted, and I think they must have been from 20 years ago because the boat did not look like that when we bought it. It required a lot of elbow grease, a lot of cleaning inside. Here's the galley, aka kitchen, sink, gimbaled stove, which rocks when the boat's rocking so things don't spill, in theory. And you have a freezer fridge. We use these things to keep the insulation and also for extra prep surface. So it has quite a huge capacity. You just have to be really patient because you have to move a lot of things around, so you need to be really organized. Quite a bit of storage. Richard's navigation desk is often very full of tools when he's working on a project, like when I filmed this. So here's a little shot of when it's a little bit tidied away. Here's the salon area, which I love. It has 2 settees that both extend for extra sleeping space. A pretty good amount of built-in storage. This is the pilot's berth, another extra sleeping area if needed. More storage. We usually just store our backpacks in that area. So it's a pretty comfortable space. There's AC and heat when you're hooked up to shore power. And there's a little wood-burning fireplace, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. We've used it a couple of times. This is a shot of the flooring that we installed. That was quite the undertaking as well. Man, brutal. Fold down table that opens up when you have extra company, like right here. It has a keel stepped mast. That means the mast is bolted down to the keel, which is a pretty solid design. This is more storage, hanging locker. And on the right over here is the head. More storage here for toiletries and cleaning supplies. The thing I like best is the dedicated shower space. On a boat this size, it's not all that common, so we definitely appreciate having this. I love, love, love my Nautical towel holders. I saw them online and asked Richard if he could make something like it for me, and they turned out perfectly. I love them. This is the V-Berth. And in a boat, you have to take advantage of every little nook and cranny for your storage. These are light fixtures that we installed. We installed a lot of light fixtures on the boat. I was excited about my soldering projects. More storage underneath here. We've got 3 50-gallon water tanks underneath. One is down tucked under there. And there's the V-Berth extension that pops out and extends the sleeping area, which is important when you're 6'2" like Richard is. Besides the towel holders that Richard made, I love this pillow. I had it ordered from Etsy, and it's the latitude and longitude of back home. It's really special. Love it. I get stressed out when there's clutter, so I worried about traveling for months on this boat, wondering where we would put everything. But we managed to load on all our provisions and supplies, and it doesn't feel cluttered at all. We definitely have had a lot of fun working on this boat, and I've learned a lot. Richard's had a lot more experience with boats. But yeah, it's been definitely a learning process. So we're really excited to finally get to use this boat and really enjoy it fully. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.